Mother Hulda. Once upon a time there lived a widow who had two daughters. While one of the girls was pretty and hard-working, the other was ugly and lazy. But the widow loved her uglier daughter more because the other one was just her stepdaughter. The poor orphan had to do all the jobs around the house. She woke up early in the morning with the rooster, and every day she sat at her spinning wheel until late. She weaved and weaved and weaved until her fingers started to bleed. One day she was sitting at the wheel when the line cut her fingers so badly that she immediately started bleeding and her spindle became soaked in blood.
Oh no! If my stepmother sees this, she will throw me out of the house. I wash it in the well so she won't see it.
As she tried to wash the spindle, it slipped out of her hand and disappeared into the dark water of the well. She went home crying and told her stepmother the story, but the stepmother did not feel sorry for her at all, only yelling, "As it was you who dropped it in the well, then you should go down there and get it out. How dare you come back without the spindle?" The poor girl went back to the well.
Oh, what should I do? I have no choice but to go in and get the spindle back.
So she decided to jump into the well after the spindle, but as she went down, she knocked herself out. When she woke up, she was in a sunny field full of flowers. She started to walk and found an oven which was full of bread. The bread shouted,
"Pull us out before we burn! We are ready! We are ready!"
"All right, bread, I will pull you out at once." She pulled him out with an oven peel and continued on her way. As she was strolling, she found an apple tree. The tree began to shout,
Shake me, my apples are ripe."
"Okay, lovely apple tree, I will shake the apples off for you." The apples started to fall from the tree like rain. When the last one fell to the ground, she gathered them into a neat pile and left. Finally, she reached a lovely little house. An old lady was standing in the doorway, but she had such scary, long, sharp teeth that the girl tried to run away. The old woman yelled after her,
"Dear girl, do not be afraid. I am Mother Hulda. Stay in my house, and if you help me with the housework, I promise that I will treat you well. I ask you to make my bed well and puff on my pillow. Let the feathers fly like snow would fall in the upper world." "All right, dear lady, I will gladly stay here and help you."
The girl did exactly what she said she would, and she puffed up the feather bedding so much that the feathers fell like snowflakes in the upper world. She had never felt so lucky. She had never been treated so well before. She was given plenty of food, and Mother Hulda praised her continuously. That is how things were, living with Mother Hulda at first. But slowly she found she wasn't sleeping as well, and the food began to be not so tasty as before. And only the kind words of the old lady remained as nice as before. The girl knew why she had such a heavy heart, and at last she told Mother Hulda,
"Dear Mother Hulda, I can't stay here any longer. My heart is longing for home. You have treated me very well, but I can't stop thinking about my birthplace and my family." "It's good that you're homesick. It shows that you are a nice and faithful girl. You have served me well, so I will take you back to the upper world."
She took the girl's hand and led her to a huge gate.
"You have to go alone from here, my girl. Behind this gate is your village."
The gate opened, and as the girl walked through it, glittering gold rain started to fall on her. The golden drops stuck to her clothes, and the girl was shining from head to toe.
"This is the payment for your service,"
shouted Mother Hulda, and she even threw the lost spindle to her. As the gate shut behind her, she found herself on the edge of her village, not far away from her house. She stepped happily into the yard, and the rooster greeted her cheerily.
"Cock-a-doodle-doo! Our golden girl has returned!"
She entered the house, and her stepmother and the lazy girl stared in amazement at her, with their mouths wide open. The girl told them what had happened to her, and her stepmother's eyes lit up.
"You have to do exactly the same as your sister,"
she told the lazy daughter. She sent her to the well so she could become as lucky as her stepdaughter. The girl pricked her finger with a thorn, dripped the blood all over the spindle, then threw it into the well and jumped after it. She woke up in a field full of flowers, and she took exactly the same path that the other girl had used. She quickly reached the oven where the bread started to cry.
"Pull us out before we burn! We are ready! We are ready!" you mad? My clothes will get dirty.
She carried on until she reached the apple tree.
Shake me, my apples are ripe.
Are you mad? What if an apple falls on my head?
She walked away from the tree. When she arrived at Mother Hulda's house, she wasn't afraid of her because she already knew how large and sharp her teeth were, and that she was actually a nice lady.
Good afternoon, old lady. Let me work for you. I'm really hardworking. I will even puff up your feather bedding for you. All right, come my girl, since I'm alone again.
She did everything that Mother Hulda asked of her on the first day. She cleaned and washed dishes, thinking only of the riches and the gold that she will get as a reward. The next day she worked, but only reluctantly, and on the third day she didn't even get out of her bed. She didn't even puff up the feather bedding, so snow would fall.
Hey, my girl, you've already shown me how hardworking you are, so it is time for you to return to the upper world.
The lazy girl wasn't sad to be leaving at all, because she knew that the golden rain would be coming. Mother Hulda led her to the gate, but when the lazy girl stepped through, instead of gold, a big bowl of black tar poured over her head.
Here you are. This is the payment for your service.
When the lazy girl arrived home, she was covered in black tar from head to toe. The rooster realized that it was her and greeted her in this way.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! What happened? Our filthy girl has returned!
The lazy girl tried in vain to wash off the dirt, but the black tar remained. In fact, it remained on her for the rest of her life.